This morning, watch Trayaurus' Travels, The Two of Us Alone, followed by Whodunit, The Lost Classics, The Boy Next Door, and then sit back and relax as you enjoy the Poetic Corner, The Unrecognizable House, The Romantic Poems of May, and no tickets available. TV worth watching on a Monday morning, so stay tuned.
Local broadcasts of Trayaurus' Travels is made possible by our members. In partnership with Rainbow Paints and Acrylics, located in the West Twin Cities, your colors depend on the spectrum. Rainbow Paints and Acrylics. With the Television America Science Fund, which supports technological and scientific research since 2019. And by contributions from you, our members.
Squad, yep. Yep, our teaching squad. Thank you, Grim. And apart from
Actually, Whodunit will not be seen this morning due to the Poetic Corner replacing the program, as we have 3 poems, The Unrecognizable House, The Romantic Poems of May, and no tickets available. Stay with us.
And of course, we leave the premiere of the 5th season. Say it, Trayaurus. Come on, Trayaurus. It is the 5th season. The start. Yep. Tally-ho!
Local broadcasts of Trayaurus' Travels is made possible by our members. In partnership with Rainbow Paints and Acrylics, located in the West Twin Cities, your colors depend on the spectrum. Rainbow Paints and Acrylics. With the Television America Science Fund, which supports technological and scientific research since 2019. And by contributions from you, our members. This is member-supported Channel 25, public television for the Twin Cities.
The Unrecognizable House. This house. I don't recognize this house I lived in years ago. It appeared as a memory. Suddenly, it had gone. All that I remember is nothing but where the cacti and sand lived. I remember nobody talking about the house and everything in it. What my eyes remember and catch are the dots, dashes, and scribbles. Straight, crooked, hatched, cross-hatched, stippled, and scumbled. The memory of this house swept away in the dust without a sound. The lines were all it was, directional, contoured, scribbled, and layered. It's miles from where I lived from years ago. The trail mysteriously disappeared and never left a trace in the sand. I can neither recognize the name of the house nor their surroundings. The lifestyle and the home lives in the house don't appear to me either. No birds pipe their songs, nor croon in the dusk near this place. Ignoring everything except the forgotten home isn't enough, I thought. Why does nobody go here and share rooms? Isn't there any place else? It's a distant memory, leaving itself irretrievably alone. This house never left as a crooked, twisted, and broken fragment. It never stayed to rot like the broken, abandoned cars nobody drove. Hasn't anybody opened the door to greet me? Were they there for me? Now they're gone. And never came back. They're gone until what time? When? What time? When will they come back? Where'd they come from? They don't remember me anymore. They don't visit me anymore. They don't host parties, play games, hang out, chat, or call me anymore. It's constantly all the same. The time, place, area, climate, and everything. Why does that home exist? Where was its original location? Why is it here? Why doesn't anybody or anything reside near this home anymore? Question after question, thought after thought, result before reflection. Closer I went, spotting the foresight where everybody never entered. To be disputably describable through my eyesight, it looked like a shack. Wooden, vined, tree-like, unbranched, cabin-like, timbered, planked, aged. There isn't a door glued to its hinges. Might there never be a door again? In addition, no diurnal flowers bloom inside of this house. No myotises, no daisies, no jonquils, none of any kind or type. Only they bloom outside, for the sunlight brightly shone for them to grow. Sweet smelling by the windows, whereas no insects shall interfere. The open windows brought upon a sweet smelling scent from afar. They wilt in the crepuscular chilly rainfall that brought sorrowful tears. Yet I remember visiting a garden near the place I can't recall. Why didn't anybody come here to visit me near this home? Does anybody recognize me? Does anybody know that I'm here? Where might the flowers have grown from? From an old garden? I might state that it came from a biologist studying botanical material. Botany? Is this a botanical house? Is this home a plantless shack? In years past, did he forget to return the expired plants in pots? Where did he buy these plants? Where did the pots come from? Apart from the myotises, will they die during nightfall? These questions still appear without answers. I've experienced the unrecognizable house after many years. Apart from the daisies that depict the jonquils, I felt heartbroken. Where had the time gone when this house stood unentered? The sign will still say open, but nobody comes here anymore. It never burnt in a fire, nor its nails unhinging from the wood. The paint never rolled off, and the colors show a vibrant dandelion. I can't move away to a new home. I must keep this home as my own. The Romantic Poems of May. It's not that far from here. My lady love is miles away from where I am, but all of our love stories had changed. I'm ready to meet her at the door. She awaits me there. The distance to my home is miles apart, but I'm taking my dog with me. Her clothes blow cold through the wind. I wait for her to give me a sign. I am approaching to where the home to which we reside in is located. She will wait for me there. She will wait for me by the front porch, standing by the door. Her blue sundress will welcome me back to our home. In my suitcase, I've bought a bouquet of roses for her. Her name is May. Her name reminds me dearly of springtime. I'm very close to our house, and May is waiting for me there. As I dusted my shoes off on the rug, I knocked on the door. May answered the door. Dearie, you're here. How long were you? I'm not that far from here, I said. I bought you some roses, dear May. I told you, May barked. I do not like roses, and I never will. As the dog sat without a sound, my tears silently began to fill. Bring me another kind of flowers, she said. I screamed, oh, then pierce me and make me die. Some neighbors heard me scream those heartbreaking words from afar. From a distance away, I saw a blue luxurious car. Somebody rode in it. It was none other than the man in the yellow hat. Hello, neighbor, from way yonder, I called out. I could have yelled louder than that. How is your pet monkey? The man answered, Yours is okay, kind sir. Whomever did you marry, good sir? May asked. He answered, I married a beautiful gal. I felt my left eyebrow going upwards. I asked, What's her name? Sal? No, the man said. Her name is Beth. May didn't say anything, but she had to sigh. She sighed in her breath. Hadn't we met him before on our honeymoon boat trip? I felt a little confused. I bluntly said, I have no recollection of that memory. She did nothing but slap me across the cheek. You take back what you said, she yelled. As she slammed the door, the man in the yellow hat hitched me a ride away from May's place, reminding me that it's not far from here. May and George. May sobbed inconsolably throughout the night. She was hearing the man asking about slam-dunking a monkey. May chuckled a bit, then sobbed with all her might. George saw May by the porch, crying in plain sight. May thought, why did he yell at me? Was I wrong? May found a guitar in the grass and played a sad little song. That mischievous monkey paid no attention and pranced. After a little while, George had tap danced. May sang in her tears, Just wait and see. You'll come to me. Sorry that you've gone away. You'll feel so blue wondering who gets all the kisses belonging to you. The man in the yellow hat saw May emotionally singing. Oh, how much tears the song was bringing. The man hugged May apologetically. telling her that he's sorry. They both stared into the night sky, brightly starry. The weirdest day possible. Back at the party, it was 8 o'clock in the evening. I was cleaning and tidying the party. The man in the yellow hat and May are still staring into the night sky. May thought of the party, and sadly, she had to sigh. "It'll be fine," said the man. "There is nothing to feel blue about." She sadly thought, "Whatever should I live without? I wanted to find May, but I can't shout, so I apologetically waited for her, telling her that I want her back." Meanwhile, the party had been left in a mid-mess. The dinner table, which we hadn't ate at, was wrecked. Some of the festoons were shattered silently on the floor. And the floor was painted with muddy dog paws, and the rugs gone, nonetheless. May had calmed down for a bit and decided to arrive back inside. As May opened the door, she screamed as her eyes grew wide. "Oh my goodness!" she screamed. "What happened here?" As she silently moved to the dining room, she collapsed to the floor in fear.
No tickets available, or Footloose hit me with the past.
Last night was the opening night of Footloose. A late night is a perfect night to hop on the caboose. I don't want to miss the special night where we get to see the spotlight. Besides, I get to see my friends on stage at my eyesight. So bring it on. I want to see everybody on stage without being set aside. We picked our seats to sit close to the stage, but we tried. I said that we had paid for the tickets to see the show. The commission said, "There's none available." We still saw it, I don't know. It was fine where we sat, but around where I sat wasn't closer to the eye. I don't know if I can see the whole stage, but at least we did try. Next to us came the old lady and her family taking their seats. Hey, weren't those our seats? Oh well, I'll be okay in 2 heartbeats. We could have switched seats, but it's far too late. My heart skipped 2/4 of a beat. It took minutes to calibrate. The lights darkened and overshadowed a dim color in the theater rooms. I'm sure my friends would come out pleasing in their finest costumes. Now, let's talk about the scenes. The scenes were country-like and western. I get hyper sometimes, so I tap my toes, but it gave me a heartburn. The friends on stage almost made me get up from my chair and dance. My toes couldn't help but move from side to side, as if they tap danced. It's relevantly close to the half-hour-long movie, but funny with skates. Burger Blast was a giggle blaster. Betty Blast almost lost to her figure eights. She was a hero when the fight paused in the event of the choral. On Any Sunday brought the sound of angels in the choral. But I don't mean to sound emotional, but heaven help me was teary. How I look at the past of punishment and depression came to me drearily. Oh, how my mother and father would subtract the things I love so dear. One matter of punishment was all it took to produce one blue tear. The musical notes mixing in harmony produced moving visions. In the past, the running scene took away my role and decisions. My vision would envision the tears I've compacted in my pillowcase. When a past goodwill slowly died, the tears never dried from my face. As Kenny Loggins said, running away will never free you. I say it's true. My ears cried as if a gale had overdone my memories from a point of view. I could say that my parents love me, but I don't know if the past outdid it. More harmonies spewed across the place. There's no more to a Reddit. For I was the last jogger after all. I didn't run at the finish line for victory. Many windows stared at me like the eyes of people contradictorily. At the finish line, my sister finished for me where the crop goes down. My father was like a steamroller and dragged her together, bringing a frown. The bright side was the beginning and finale brought the sun's rays. The spotlight scrambled across the floor, with bright colors set ablaze. With that said, the line dance made me dance on my chair, especially Ren McCormick and Ariel Moore. They're all having a love affair. Now, Moving on to the characters. There was a cluster of characters here.